Hi there and welcome to markbajerski.com YouTube channel, and thank you for taking the time to listen to another one of the wonderful stories of my life over this past decade. Today's subject is, do our pets have an effect on our life in any way? Not talking about their love for us and how much we heal from them. This particular segment is all about the power of our beautiful four-legged friends. Often I speak about everything that I've been through as a healer of healing animals and horses and cats. I'm going to tell you one very particular story that happened to me that absolutely blew me away. Very unexpected, but being open, being an intuitive reader, healer, worker, you have to be open to anything, because if not, then you're blocked and you're stopped, you're limited. So by being open to anything, the world is amazing. I was called one day not so long ago down to a lady's home, and she was very confused. She said, would I have a look at a house and feel the house and tell me what I felt and what was happening, because she'd put her home for sale and it just didn't sell. So usually when I go to these houses, the situation is that the owners want far too much for the properties, and that's the truth. Which is, I suppose, like anybody, they would try and get as much as they could. So I went to this house thinking that I would do a cleansing and clearing, but I would have to tell her the truth that I felt that the house was probably overpriced, even though I'm not a surveyor. It's just common sense, really. We always value stuff more when we feel something for it. So I get to this three leveled house amongst lots of houses. It was very beautiful. It looked really nice up against all the rest of them. It was very, very nice. It was the only one for sale on that row. I parked outside and thought, wow, it's lovely. And I walked in. She was a lovely soul, and walked through the house, did my kind of feelings. I felt the house and nothing. I asked her how much the house was. She said it was 160. It was worth well more than that at the time. I thought it was probably worth 230, 220, 230. Easily she would sell it. And I thought, 160, this is really cheap. It got a huge garden, lovely porch, really well maintained, beautiful house, great kitchen. Couldn't fault it, really. I was confused. So I asked her to leave the house and let me do the cleansing and just have a feel about the house. And she left. And after an hour, I just got this glimpse of a cat that came into my thoughts. And I asked in myself, what does this mean? And I tried to put the pieces together, and then boom, it hit me. And I was confused, absolutely, utterly confused. And as you do in my line of work, you question yourself and think, am I going mad here? Dare I even mention this? But to be honest, I plucked the courage up, and the lady came back and she says, did you feel anything? And I said, okay, this is going to sound really bizarre. Do you have a cat in this house? Does a cat live here? She said, yes, I've got a cat. And I said, did this cat live in this house before you came here? She said, yes, it was outside as a baby. It was a feral cat and it was a baby, and we, over the years, took care of it and loved it. I said, okay, well, you've paid me to come here. I'm going to speak my truth. Are you planning to sell this house and take the cat with you? She went, of course. I said, I think that's where the problem is. She looked at me confused. And I said, my dear, the cat has lived here it loves it here. The cat loves it outside. The cat has lived here all its life, and it knows that you want to take it away from its home. And I said, I have a strange feeling that this cat is doing everything it can in its psychic power to stop people from buying this house. Have you had people who have walked through this door and loved it, but then not come back and made an offer? She said, that's exactly what's happening. I am so confused, but wow, it makes sense. And I said, I'm glad it does to you, because it sounds bonkers to me. And she says, so what do I do? And I said, probably the hardest thing in the world. Let the cat live here, and whoever comes to take over the house must be bought with the cat, so that the cat comes with the house. So whoever buys it has to love cats and has to love this cat of yours wherever it is. It wasn't in the house, it had gone off somewhere. She just said it comes and goes. So reluctantly, it broke her heart, but she needed to leave Spain, so she agreed. So I said, it sounds strange, but the cat will already know what you've said, but just in case, tell the cat and tell whoever walks through the door next. That's how it has to be. So the house has sold. It sold very quickly after, and the next person who bought the house took over the cat. It had sold within 2 months, the house, and the house hadn't sold for 3 years. So, do cats have psychic abilities to make changes in your life? They sure do, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short video about our animal kingdom and how powerful they truly are, and how wonderful they are, and how they can actually help us along our journey if we ask, and they can feel our pain and sorrow. So animals are here to show us how to love, and they're also here because they're learning too. Have a lovely day, everybody. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope one day I can meet you here on a pure energy healing course. Have a lovely day from my heart to yours.